Well met, adventurers, and today I wanted to do a little bonus video. On the last video I talked a little bit about how you can actually start a story idea with just the package of Magic the Gathering cards. And so I have a pack here because somebody kind of called me out a little bit and said, you know, in the last video you didn't really go through the entirety of the process, and that was fair enough to say. So I went ahead and got a pack here, and I wanted to show you just really quick exactly what I would do if I was running short on ideas. The one thing I will say is do a little tiny bit of research and find out what the theme of each pack that you're buying from is, because it may not work 100% for your story that you want to have, because each different what they call a block of Magic cards has a different theme to it. The one that I have here is from the Ixalan story series. So this deals with like ancient Mayan kind of civilization. So there's more conquistadors that are vampires, and there's a lot of the ancient Mayan and Aztec civilizations themed characters, and there's also dinosaurs instead of as many monsters from the traditional European lores out there. So anywho, so we're gonna pop this open here so you can see I am authentically cracking a pack open here. And so inside a pack you'll usually have in the back a token card or something like that. Like this one's a treasure card, so we have treasure. And then there will be a collection of cards on the inside. And hey, I actually got some decent cards on this one. One of the cards that you'll usually get is a land card. So this says plains. So I would say that we are in a plain setting, maybe on the outcroppings of a jungle. But it's more of an open field area. And our first card is Bishop Soldier. Then we have March of the Drowned. These are all like super common cards that you're seeing here. So top of them are usually loaded with the commons, and then you have your uncommons and rares in the back. So if you open up a pack of these, you'll probably find many of the same cards I have here. Another one says Ryle. So it's got like a dinosaur on there. It's pretty cool. Storm Sculptor. So this might be a creature or something that we encounter. Run Aground. So this is a ship that has run aground. Looks like by some sort of spell casting. I have a land, Unknown Shores. So here I already can alter my story. So there's the plains and the Unknown Shores, which maybe a pirate ship has run aground. And from that pirate ship we have March of the Drowned. We have some skeleton and zombies and stuff like that coming from that washed up wreckage. So right there, there's 4 cards that have some serious synergy to creating a story. And we could say that there was maybe the ship wrecked because there was a storm sculptor, somebody that was casting some sort of magic that caused the ship to wreck. And there was some treasure aboard. And then we also have swashbuckling. So swashbuckling, we can say that there's maybe some sort of struggle that happens with the Bishop Soldier. I don't know, maybe we'll come back to that. There's one here called Headwater Sentries. These are some sort of like merfolk. I'll try to get better images on the screen for this, just so that way you can kind of see, because I know my webcam doesn't do a very good job with that. Vanquish the Weak, and this is some sort of spell that's being cast on a pirate that's turning him into a skeleton of his own. So maybe that's part of what killed those on the boat. Grim Captain's Call, which is like a spell. And there's a woman there with her arms spread open, and there's some purple magenta magic going on. elaborate fire cannon. So we have a cannon here. So maybe that's something of some value on the ship. Dire Fleet Captain, and this is an orc pirate. Now we're getting somewhere. Revel in riches, and so this shows somebody throwing money off the top of a crow's nest on a boat. And then we have a foil Sky Terror, which is some sort of dinosaur. Okay. So what I see here that works well together, we have the Ryle and the Sky Terror. Oops. So we have some riled up dinosaur or winged creature. You could turn into a dragon or whatever kind of creature you want, a wyvern of some sort. That maybe could impede the characters on their quest. And so let's look at what we know about this ship. Let's say that on the unknown shores, next to the plains, the open plains of whatever place you have. So there's these two cards. A ship has run aground and has caused the march of the drowned coming from the vessel. Now what's interesting about these creatures as they come from the ship is that they didn't die in the shipwreck. No, there's something else at play here. Let's say that there was some ritual killings where they were vanquishing the weak, the people they couldn't be trusted on the boat. And the sorcery was of the Grim Captain's Call. Or you can say there's some sort of necromancy. You can interchange the names and the things there, but these give you a great idea, and you can always read the flavor text if it shows up at the bottom of the card. That can sometimes give you a good idea. And the crew had just gone and done some serious swashbuckling when they found some serious riches, which they were revel in riches. And that's when they started kind of culling the weak, or vanquishing the weak amongst their crew. And this there's hair on me. This crew, with all of their riches, unfortunately caught the attention of some storm sculptor. Maybe these pirates got some sort of treasure that they weren't supposed to get, and that caused them to reach the ire of this particular wizard or storm sculptor, and he cursed them, and so he got the ship to crash. Now the heroes encounter this when the monsters wash up onto the shore, and as they're kind of figuring out what to do with this wreckage that's kind of washed up there, they notice that there is an elaborate fire cannon, and this cannon is something special because it was packed full of gold coins and treasure and things like that, and got them thinking, like, what were they doing there? Why were they loading up the cannons with it? All that treasure. And there was one lone soldier that had survived, and he was trying to basically salvage what he could in these cannons. And so the crew's like, wow, we have, all this treasure. When they're attacked, trying to, pull this cannon aground, they're attacked by a Sky Terror that's all riled up, and this creature sees the gold and wants to take it from them. At the same time, there was a Dire Fleet Captain, some sort of orcish pirate, that had seen what had transpired and now wants to make claim on that treasure. So now the crew has this massive amount of treasure they could never spend all of, and this other pirate now is like, hey, you got my gold. So now we've had two separate encounters with an orc pirate, actually three if you count the skeletons that came out of the wreckage. And you have a setting, and you have a story. Of course, tweak it as you will. And then, of course, we still have the headwater sentries. Now, this is in case you can kind of keep this one in your back pocket in case the crew wants to go diving deep, and they run into these merfolk. And the merfolk are, the ones that let them know, hey, there was this wizard that cursed that boat. That treasure you have is cursed, and you can go from there. But I just wanted to show you how you can do that, and it's just a great way to just kind of get your mind going. You may not use it as like a hard and fast rule of, hey, this is how I'm going to sculpt my story, but it's just a way of getting some idea creation. So try it out. It's a couple bucks for a pack of cards, and if nothing else, it's it's a fun game. It's a neat thing to collect. There's a lot of really cool art, and there's a lot of ways of using that into improving your dungeon mastering. Let me know what you guys think of that, and if you've tried anything like that, or you've tried something different, feel free to leave a comment. Of course, thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Have fun. Bye.